What's good in the hood? It's your boy Stephen Good. It's your boy Stephen Good, goddammit. I'm back. I am back for good. I'm sorry I've been away for quite some time now. This is why I'm going to do episode 9 for all you beautiful people. Because I'm going to have a discussion about why I've been away for so long. And I'm going to cover some topics that are based on what I'm going to be doing for the future. That's about it. So let's get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome in. Yeah. Welcome in. Kick your shoes off. Couch Creek, that old fan talking. Cameron, we just start talking. This the spot, this the block. Pull a chair, we lock it in. Good show. Just a real one, chill one. Let the good vibe grow. From the kitchen to the porch, everybody say yo. Feels like family. Welcome to the Stephen Good Show. It's the Stephen Good Show. Little wise, let the stories flow. Laugh loud, talk like, see the love on glow. Feels like family. Welcome to the Stephen Good Show. One mic, one light, but the heart's on 10. Cousins in the comments like, say that again. Homegrown, homemade, you can see the tape on. But the talk's so true, that's the thing you stay for. It's the Stephen Good Show. Just a real one, chill one, let the good vibe grow. From the kitchen to the porch, everybody say yo. Feels like family. Welcome to the Stephen Good Show. It's the Stephen Good Show. Little wise, let the stories flow. Laugh loud, talk life, see the love on glow. Feels like family. Welcome to the Stephen Good Show. Stephen Good Show. Stephen Good Show.
Shit, I know. I'm starting to look scraggly as a motherfucker, man. Look at this fucking beard. I'm gonna have to goddamn trim. I'm starting to look like a hobo on the side of the road, my boy. I'm starting to look like I can spare some change from you. Hell, man. Got a raggedy I look, man. Fuck. Well, you know what I can do, right? All I gotta do is give myself a complete makeover. What I'm gonna do is give myself a makeover. And I'm gonna do a magic trick. Watch this. 3, 2, 1. Voila. That's quite a makeover I just did. All right. Reason I've been away for quite some time is, first of all, I've been dealing with mental health issues. I've been battling anxiety. It's been kind of crippling for me, but I'm slowly getting past it, slowly but surely. That's neither here nor there. I've also been spending a little time with my dad, trying to get him situated. I've been trying to help him a little bit since his house has been demolished and things of that nature. He just got out of prison and he's trying to start over. So I've been trying to help him start over. I've been trying to help as much as I can. That's the second reason I've been behind the scenes. Last but not least, I've been dealing with this divorce situation too. For those of you that don't know, I just recently got my divorce finalized. It was uncontested. Me and my ex-wife, Kayla, we didn't fight over anything. We didn't have any property to divide. We didn't try to prolong it. We didn't try to do custody through court, and we didn't do child support through court. We decided that we can both settle the shit out of court. We both agreed on her keeping my last name. She still got my last name. Just because we're divorced don't necessarily mean that she's going to change her last name. She's only keeping that last name just for the sake of our son, since we had him through our marriage and shit like that. It's it's been a struggle. I went through some trials and tribulations with the separation. It wasn't always easy. It's fucked me mentally. It fucked me mentally knowing that my son isn't going to see his dad in the same household, you know, and it kind of fucked me mentally when I started becoming aware that my son was crying for me every day. Ever since me and my ex-wife separated, it just fucked me mentally. I'm not gonna lie, it's been complicated to say the least. But somewhere along the way, me and my ex-wife somehow decided to just be friends and compromise, and decided to just, you know, agree on everything. That's why it became an uncontested divorce between me and her. That's why when we both went to court, it was short and sweet. You know what I'm saying? We didn't want to continue, dragging it out. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth our time. You know, it was it wasn't worth investing our time in. We don't wish any ill will on each other. We don't wish any harm on each other. We wish nothing but the best of each other. That's just the way it should be between us. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at her. She ain't mad at me. We good. We just friends, and that's it. I noticed that people were talking shit about it. They're giving us backlash because we're friends. We're not supposed to be friends after we divorce. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to talk to each other. We're not supposed to hang out. Some people can be friends after a divorce. Some people can get along better not being with each other. You know what I'm saying? See, here's the thing. Not every divorce is the same. Yes, going through a divorce is not easy, to say the least, but it's not the same as everybody else. It's not everybody's vision. See, this is the thing I always say. It's not their vision, it's my vision. This time, it's not their vision, it's mine and my ex-wife Kayla's vision. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do what we're going to do. And screw everybody else. Fuck them. It ain't their vision, it's our vision. I ain't worried about what some naysayer has to say about us. You know? I'd rather me and her get along rather than, fighting every single time we turn around. You know? That's just making shit worse on our son. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what the $1 million question that people have for me? Do you want to know what it is? Am I getting married again? You want to know the answer to that question? It's simple. It's not a no, but a hell no. The reason being is because when the shit don't work out, it becomes a hassle when it comes to getting a divorce. It's easy to get married, but it's hell getting a divorce, I'm telling you. Don't go there. It's actually best to stay out of wedlock. I'm just saying, don't get married. If some of y'all want to get married, that's on y'all. I don't care. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I just know what I want in life. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to worry about getting a divorce. I don't want to have to be separated for a year just to get that divorce declared through a court system. I don't even want to have to go through a judge just to fucking break up with somebody and be done with them. I mean, for fuck's sake, man. I could just be with somebody, out of wedlock, and then if it don't work out, I just forget about them after that, without a fucking judge being involved, you know? I don't want to go through that bullshit again. And hell, what if I get married and I have to fight this bitch through fucking court? What if I have property to divide, and what if I have all these things that she wants? I was fucking lucky because my divorce was uncontested. Not everybody's divorce is the same, like I've mentioned earlier. Because, people have contested divorces out here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care to get married again. I don't want to I don't want to have to worry about somebody trying to get alimony on me. I don't want to have to worry about somebody, trying to get me for adultery. I don't want to have to worry about, you know, waiting a whole year just to get that divorce by proving that you've been separated. I don't want to have to worry about another girl dragging it out and things of that nature. Anyway, that's my answer to that $1 million question. Here's another $1 million question that people are wanting to know. Am I going to have another baby? My answer to that question is not a no, but a hell no. I don't want to have to go through another headache, another heartbreak. I don't think I could bring another life on this earth. After all the shit I went through, I don't think it would be possible to bring another life into this earth. The way the world is now, it wouldn't make sense for me to bring another life. I want to focus on watching my 2 kids grow up. I want to focus on being a part of their life and continue building a relationship with them. I want to focus on them. I don't want to go through another child support case. Think about it. I don't want to have to be on 3 child supports. I'm already on 2 child supports. I don't need 3 child supports. The second child support settled out of court between me and my ex-wife, Kayla. She's been pretty good about that as far as the child support goes. People are wondering, am I getting a vasectomy? To be honest, I'm thinking about it, but there's risk involved too. So I'm still thinking long and hard about it. I've seen how the procedure works, and it doesn't seem pleasant at all. I'm not going in detail about it, but for some of you that may know what a vasectomy looks like, you get the picture. And really and truly, I made the right decision because this is what Kayla wanted, really and truly. as far as this divorce goes, this is what Kayla wanted in here, really and truly. Because she couldn't be faithful. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't understand the true meaning of monogamy. You know, she can't grasp the concept of that. So I actually gave her what she wanted, you know. Look what she's doing now. She's been doing that after we separated as well. She initiated the separation, basically giving herself what she wanted, but I'm the one that went and filed for divorce. So basically, I gave her what she wanted, you know? So basically, we both gave her what she wanted. You know, she wanted to be free. You know, she wants to be free as a bird, you know? It's like after all these years, she grew a wild hair in her ass. She couldn't stop being unfaithful. She just kept doing what she was doing, you know? I've made mistakes in the marriage as well. I haven't always done the things that I needed to do as a husband, you know, and I admit that. But the thing that broke the straw on the camel's back was her being unfaithful. That's the reality. So it just put a strain on her marriage, and that's just what led to us fighting all the time, arguing and shit. I mean, that's what she wanted in here. That's why we fought all the time. That's why we couldn't repair the marriage. Because why? In all reality, she wanted to be free as a bird. She wanted to go spread her wings. She wanted to give more guys easy access. You know, she became easy access over the years. So, really and truly, me and her both did her a favor. I gave her what she wanted. Look at what she's doing now. She's all over goddamn Facebook dating, my boy. Going through more guys. She going through more guys than I changed my drawers. She goes through more guys than I changed my drawers. You gotta think about the root cause, though. You gotta get to the root of the problem. And her wanting to be free, having those desires to be with multiple people, is what she truly wanted, you know? And that was the root cause. That's why we stayed into it all the time, you know? I mean, like I said before, I didn't always do the things that I needed to do as a husband. You know, I made mistakes as well. And I'm willing to own up to it, you know? But I never had those desires to like be free and be with multiple people. You know, That's the root cause. That's what broke the straw on the camel's back. That was the root cause to our issues. Because deep inside, she didn't understand the true meaning of monogamy. In all reality, she's never going to understand the true meaning of monogamy. She's the kind of person that doesn't want to settle down. Reality is, you can't make her. The reality is that there's nothing wrong with not being monogamous. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a preference people have. Yeah, people like to shame you for that, and that's a society that we live in. You know, that's the society we live in. You get shamed for not wanting to be monogamous. You know, it's a preference that people have. You know, it's part of the culture that we live in. It's part of the culture we live in. You know, she's not the only person that feels that way. There's a bunch of people that feel that way. I know a bunch of people that do feel that way. You know, it's a it's a fetish. It's a fetish that people have. And as that fetish grew in our marriage, it put a strain in our marriage. You know, it's a fetish that she has. She's developed that, and that's what she wanted on the inside. You know, I'm not mad. I'm not sour. I'm not being bitter about it. But the reality is that you can't maintain a marriage if the other person doesn't want that. You know? As far as me being with the next girl, I'm not going to rush into it anytime soon. I'm not saying that I'm not going to be with somebody else. What I'm saying is that I'm not going to like rush into it. I'm not going to obsess over it. And I'm not going to like try to make people be with me. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take it day by day, just one day at a time. You know, I'm open to relationships, you know. We'll see what happens. I don't have any plans to get married again. I don't have any plans to have any more babies. So, you know what I'm saying? Right now I just want to focus on my goals, you know, be be more focused on my goals and more focused on my little family that I got. I'm talking about my kids if y'all don't understand what I'm saying. But as far as having a girlfriend and all that, that's not my main focus right now. I mean, I'm not saying that it ain't going to happen. I'm just saying that one of these days I will be with somebody. But right now, that's not the main, that's not what I'm striving for right now. It's not what I'm going to obsess over. You know, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. That's all I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I'm open to a relationship right now. Yeah, I'm on the market, but I'm not going to worry myself to death over it. You know, I'll still I'll still go on dates. I'll still be on the market, things of that nature. But that's not going to be my main focus. That's not what I'm going to obsess over. As I said before, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, it's not. You know? I mean, I've been married. I've had children. You know, I'm past that now. I'm past that stage in my life. It's an after school dream that people have. It's like a cultural thing. When people get out of school, they automatically get married and they automatically have babies. That's why you see a lot of people in their 20s having babies and being married and things of that nature. I got married when I was 23 years old. I had my kids in my 20s. Now I'm in my 30s and I'm past those after school dreams. See, I basically got what I wanted in life. I fulfilled my dreams. I fulfilled my after school dreams. You know, I fulfilled my after high school dreams. I'm past that stage now. I'm in a different chapter in my life. So, really and truly, I could care less if anybody wants to be with me or not. I'm not going to make them be with me, like I mentioned before. When it's time, it's time. I'm just going to take it one day at a time. And yes, I'm going to go through more heartbreaks. I'm going to go through more headaches. But as far as being married and having children go, that's not in the cards anymore. But I'm still willing to go through heartbreaks and headaches and things of that nature. It's all part of life. Well, that's part one for my future plans. I'm going to talk about my other future plans on episode 10, which is going to be my future plans part 2. Well, this concludes episode 9, so y'all stay blessed.